Hello, everybody. Today I'm talking about Mars transit in Taurus from 22nd of March to 5th of May. This is a relatively easy transit for Mars. Before all the drama begins, Mars is going to be aspected most of the time by Jupiter. So, what to expect from this transit, how to deal with it, all I shall explain to you. Hello, everybody. This is Komilla Sutton. And if you haven't been on my channel before, I usually talk about transits. And then I have a separate section which is about learning Vedic astrology. And also, I explain, especially with the transits and otherwise, as well as how to deal with these situations. So today, the subject is on Mars transit in Taurus. This is going to be from 22nd of March to 6th of April. I think the main highlight of this transit is that it's quite steady. There's now drama happening. The drama is going to take place after that, because after Mars goes into Gemini, it will be with Rahu opposite Saturn. And then end of June, it will go into Cancer, where Mars will be debilitated. So we can take pleasure that this Mars is going to be more steady. Actually, Mars is not at its most comfortable in Taurus because as a warrior planet, he needs to be taking action and he needs to be fighting for causes. And Taurus represents comfort and romance and good things in life. And so Mars loses a little bit of his fiery edge in Taurus. But I think for the time we are in just now, is good that his fiery edge is a little bit calmed down. And on the positive level, you'll see that Mars is more steady and committed and slowing down. But negative also can be that you feel lazy. If you are in a certain situation, you'll remain comfortable in it, not make effort to do anything. You may be more selfish. Because you feel, okay, let me look at myself, what I need. But I would say that because there's so much drama happening this summer, that it's good to have this like a calm before the storm. And also its ruler Venus, mostly throughout this, so ruler of Taurus, Venus, is quite comfortable throughout this transit. So there's no underlying unsettled energy. Venus will be in Aquarius, then exalted in Pisces. But the second plus point is that Mars will be aspected by Jupiter in Scorpio. Jupiter has a small transit out of Scorpio, but will be opposite Mars. And I'll just give you the dates. Jupiter will be a calming Mars from 22nd to 29th March, and then 22nd April to the end of the transit, which is 6th May. And Jupiter has opposition. Mars will oppose Jupiter on 5th of May. So Mars-Jupiter opposition is a very positive energy. You know, Jupiter is right at the end of Scorpio. So Mars has to go towards the end of Taurus to get the opposition. And that opposition will be quite good. And it helps Aries and Scorpio, both the signs ruled by Mars. And generally also for Cancer, Leo, and Pisces. Jupiter-Mars opposition is always good. So all these signs can expect some opportunity, some positive energy. But overall, you see Mars being the militant planet and the planets being slightly unsettled just now. What it is that we find that the energy is unsettled, and we have to. So Mars being in a sober position is good. So that is what I feel is a positive aspect of Mars. And if you are Aries ascendant, then Mars is in the second house, and that is house of money. So financially, this can be a good energy for you. And the other Mars rule sign, Scorpio, Mars is in the seventh house of relationships. You have to be a little bit careful that you're not dominating your relationships or wanting to argue, but otherwise it is definitely that you're thinking about relationships and comfort and looking at life from that point of view. So Mars in this period will go through 3 nakshatras. So generally by transit Mars, it takes 20 days in one nakshatra. But it has 3 nakshatras that will go through. So the first one is Krittika, and Krittika will be is there till one sec. Krittika is 22nd March to 6th of April. So Krittika being a very fiery nakshatra by nature, even though Krittika Taurus is more calm, there can be some kind of desire to be fiery and to be trying to do things or to activate energy. And it's also about courage and confidence. And I find that Kritika's important factor is the courage to defend others, not to take a fight, but to defend the people who are weak and poor. And that is what you should be thinking about, and not thinking about working just on arguing or fighting. But Taurus generally will keep that energy a bit calm, but Taurus Krittika because of the fire energy of Krittika. Then from for 20 days from 6th to 26th of April, Moon is in Rohini. Mars is in Rohini, and Rohini is ruled by the moon. So Rohini is very romantic, idealistic nakshatra. You see, Mars doesn't do well in Rohini because Mars is warrior. He wants to have some action to do, but Rohini is more about comfort and romance and luxury. And there is a desire for moksha, but Rohini certainly is looking for moksha in a more romantic way rather than looking for moksha on the higher vibration level. So Mars transit in Rohini, one has to be a little bit careful that you're not allowing your emotions to rule you too much. And secondly, not frittering away your energy, not trying to do too many things, try to keep focus on things. And then finally from 26th April to 6th of May, when Mars is in its own nakshatra, Mrigasira, and that's 10-day transit, and that's quite a nice transit because Mars' own nakshatra is thinking about intellectually doing things, and Jupiter's aspecting around this time, exact opposition as well. But at the same time, Mrigasira is about thinking about how you can make life better for other people, and how to some aspect of Mrigasira has to do with sacrifice. But Mars can be thinking quite intellectually what I need to do, where I want to go. I would say generally overall this Mars transit, all of us have to be careful not to create any unnecessary disturbance in our life, because all of us are watching for the next transit, which is Mars in Gemini, Mars in Cancer, eclipses, all those things. So we are not rocking the boat. And I would say that it is best to keep a sense of discipline and not totally give in to your desires and to your sensuous energy. That would be another important thing, how to deal with it. Focus, do some things. Not everything is about your own selfish needs, and you will be well served by this transit. So all the best. Just wanted to tell you that I'm going to be heading towards London for the Bava conference. So if you are in London, please do come to the Bava conference, bava.org. I'll send you, there's a British Association of Vedic Astrology. So please do come to that. I'd love to see you there. All the best. Thank you very much. This is